Guys, I just finished up the pans. Not happy with them totally. I mean, they're good quality pans. I'm not worried about the functional quality of them. I'm just not happy with everything else. But they're sitting here. I like them. They turned out nice. Right? They're good. I mean, they're a heavy-duty pan. With my handle design, I ended up welding them, and it looks like freaking crap. I mean, functionally, it's fine, and maybe that it's ugly enough to sell. But what I'm going to have to do is, I like the handle design. I think it's a sexy kind of design to have. But for riveting, it just isn't conducive. I don't want 2 rivets, I want 3. So I'm going to have to change that, maybe weld these ends together. I don't know what I'm going to do. But anyway, the pans are done. I just need to take them home and spend a few hours seasoning them up and then get them out the door, or at least try to get them out the door. But with that project done, and since we've been having such a panish kind of journey, I was wondering what I could do next. So that's what we're going to try. We're going to try making a wok. I haven't done it. A lot of you guys have asked me to. It should be pretty straightforward. Going back to the original pan video where I dropped it into a bowl. I think that's what we're going to do. I'm not sure what size, because I don't really use a wok very often. But that's what we're going to do. Let's see what we can do about making a wok. I think it's going to be easy compared to what I just got done doing. Better move you back just a little, I guess. Anyway, I pulled off a piece of scrap sheet that I have here. I can't tell. I think it's 16 gauge. I'd rather do 14 gauge, but 16 will be fine for what we're trying to experiment with today. And the best piece I can get out of this is about a 13-inch wokage. So that's what we're going to make. Technically, I don't think we should lose much in diameter in this process. We'll see how it goes. But let's cut a 13-inch anyway. It's enough. We get one more spot for you here. Alrighty. There's our wok. Alright, for this one we're going to go back to our bowling method. Hopefully I can work my stump to make it work. Just putting that bottom end. Just keep doing that over and over. Till you got a wok. Just hit this center again. Start working up the sides. Start moving up the sides now. Stuff sure does move a lot easier than that 8-inch stuff up there. wish my stump were a little deeper, I think. Go a little bit more. Getting there slowly but surely. Slowly but surely. I'd like to go about twice as far as that. Unfortunately, again, I don't know if my stump is going to work or if I'm going to have to come up with a new method. Alright, I forgot I had a second hole on the bottom of this stump, so that's going to help a little. Pop that bottom up a little more. Get her back to center if I can. So that helped a lot. That ought to do the trick. That ought to do the trick. Lose half my heat just getting over here. Alright, a couple more heats. I think we can go back to the other one and clean up the rim. that? I hate not being able to hear myself. So that's looking pretty good. I think what we'll do now is go back in the heat. We'll work this rim just a little bit on the other side of that stump, and I think we'll be close as we want to be. My ring of fire might not have been a bad idea on this project, but shouldn't take much now. Find the sweet spot. Let's clean this rim up. We're just not recording it. I got 2 more spots left. Not looking too terrible. Let's get that last section done and we will decide what we are for shape. Let's get this show done here. Last spot. Hey, looks like a wok to me. What the hell is going on? Alright, I'm happy with it. I think that's plenty for what we need, for sure. You agree? I think that's wokish. Could go a little farther maybe, but I don't think so. Now, I don't know much about woks. I think good professional ones, they have no reason for a flat bottom. I'm going to put a bit of a flatness on that bottom just so I can set it down. Because I'd be one of them residential wok users. Righty, get that center heated up a little bit. We'll come over on something hot or flat here. We'll just work that. I don't want but about a 3-inch ring in the center there. Just enough to hold it. Looks pretty good. It's a little high on this side. Yeah. Not bad at all. Sound like some Chinese bells ringing. Get the Chinese disco. Yeah, that ain't bad at all. I'm okay with that. There it is. 1 wok. It's deep enough, right? I think it's deep enough. 1 wok minus a handle. Let's throw a handle on this thing. I'm going to put 1 handle on it. I don't need this 2-handle doohickey. Because if I'm going to be sitting there flipping flopping, I'm going to want to handle something simple. Long, but I didn't like the waviness that was in the rim, so I just worked it over this thing, man. You didn't miss anything exciting. Handle, something simple. For a handle, I'm going to grab a piece of 1-inch tubing. We'll flatten one end so we can rivet it on the thing, and that'll be our handle. Something simple, simple, simple. Suppose you want to see, huh? Damn. Alright, so I just got the end hot. I don't want to mess up too much of it. Just enough for a couple of rivets. And we'll put our angle in that we need. Let me get the wok. Get the wok out of here. Hell, that looks like a wok handle to me. Maybe it's a little short, but it'll work. I'm just going to come over here now. Just to put a little bit of a roundness on it to match the wok a little bit so it's a little tighter. I think that'll do the trick. Alrighty. Up a little bit with the wire wheel and the grinder, just enough to get it clean. Boy, I'll tell you, I'm lazy. I just want to weld that on and be done with it. But you guys have been complaining about my welding, and since I welded those pan handles today, we'll do it this way. Man, I wish I had made the handle just a little bit longer, another inch or so. So let me get set up. We'll find a couple of pieces to use for rivets and get this thing drilled, and we'll rivet it up. Alrighty, I cut a couple of rivets. Where are they? There's one of them. Donde está la otro? Don't see it. Oh, there it is right there. So there's my 2 rivets. Guessing. There's my 2 rivets. Guessing on the size I need. We'll deal with that later. We'll decide where we want our holes to be. And again, since this is for me, I'm not being too particular. So let's go with right about there. And right about there. Drill those out. The thing that I do to help, if I can, notice I drilled my pilot holes or my smaller holes first. That helps in the drilling process. Since this isn't perfect, I'll get where I want my flip side to be. Right about there. And then what I can do, hopefully with a pencil, is I can now use those small holes to center where I want the handle to be. Enough so that I can see them. I can almost see them. So that we should be really close to lined up. This is hard to see though. Let's do that again. No, actually it's easier to see on clean steel. So that's where I wanted it. Just give me enough time to put a rivet in, would you? Let's see them. I'll be back. I'll get it right. Plan B, because Plan A isn't working, and that's okay. Sometimes you can see it. I tell you, intelligent man can have himself a nice fine Sharpie laying around, eh? Yeah, I seem to not have one. So we'll just mark them with the drill bit, and that's good. I'm going to do it on this side too. That allows me to drop the handle down a little bit more. Go in here. I'll tell you, this last 5 minutes has sure been educational, hasn't it? And hopefully without moving too much. We got our 2 marks at least. So let's drill those out and then we'll move on. I drill that out by hand just to get her started. There we go, that's better. First bit I tried didn't work too well. There's our pilot holes. Now we're going to go back with the size bit for our rivets. I might as well just do this one right now. And I'll do the other one in the press. Of course, you could have punched these out on the forge, right? You could have punched them out on the forge. I'll do these right here since we're at it. You get a block. It ain't like we're cutting through 1/4 inch of anything. That's one. That's 2. Hopefully our rivets fit. Yeah, they will once I deburr them. Let me get a deburr. This works. I got myself a little setup here. I got a little, I don't know what you call it, striking plate, different depths for different rivets, and then a little nosing tool here for the rivet itself on the other side to strike against. This usually doesn't work too badly. Things fit. So let me get things all set up. A little more snug than I would like, but we'll get them to go. Try to line them both up, get them in there a little bit. Of course, this rounded pan is not going to help things much. Get it in there, hopefully without burning it up too much. Get it into my recessed spot. And then I want to get the second one in so that we know we can. And then we'll line this sucker up like that. Normally, I do a little persuading, but I don't have the room to do it today. Come on, let's get in there. You know you want to get down in there, you son of a... Oh. Yes, sons of bitches. Awkward little mother effer. Maybe if we did it this way, it'd be a little easier. Let's just see what we get. We can get them in through there a little bit. I don't know why that one's causing me grief, but it's lined up. That's the most important part right now. So I kind of like that. Let's get this over the hole here a little. So we'll use that one for now. So they're sticking out on both sides enough. Get over my little riveting tool here. I hate rivets. I do. Why can't I find it? Freaking blind. I hate being blind. I do. Alright, so that's good. The other rivet's still in there. That's the most important part. Now we can go ahead, try to get a good spot on this. I hate to use this, but I'm going to. Just lift it up a little bit. It'll probably put a mark on my pan, but we're on tape, so we're going to keep going here. So we're just going to go ahead and rivet this top in. It should be relatively secure. Alright, just like that. And now we can flare that out. And that's one. Now the problem that I have, you see how this is pulled away? So I got to make sure that I get that handle in where I want it to be before I go any farther. And I don't have a method to do that right at my disposal. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to take this pipe and go over the top of it just to set it. Again, I wouldn't do that with a finished product because it might leave a mark. It seemed to do okay though. So we're kind of snuck in there relatively tight now. I need that rivet out a little bit more, so we're going to put that in the hole so we can push it through a little bit. I think that's it. God, I hate being blind. Let's see if we can move this a little bit. I want it out a little more. It is what it is. I went too far now. Do you guys love this rivet shit? Why does Chan go to the welder? That's why. Alright, we're in good shape now. I think when I suck this thing in, we're going to be okay. Just, actually I got enough here to brown it over. freaking handle. We'll get it on the back side. Guys enjoying this? Get on the top side. This is what I should have used. Alright. Nice rivets on the inside. This one here is now ready to be flattened. And there it is. Good enough for me. Not my proudest moment in showing you how to rivet. But something awkward like that, not bad at all, not bad at all. I wish, it's just a little bit longer. Alright, now we gotta season it. So let's go ahead and do that. Doing this on a in an oven, right? But since we're here, let's do it this way. Everybody has their own way of doing it. You've probably seen me do it in other pan videos if you're bothering to watch this one. Olive oil, coconut oil, any type of vegetable oil. Don't use motor oil, of course. That would be a stupid thing to do. Just to give yourself a generous coating on the outside. Oops. You don't want it dripping off, but you want a good generous coating, including your handle, your rivets, anything you don't want to rust. Maybe even the inside of the handle a little bit, huh? On this hollow handle. And that goes in the fire. 400 degrees. I'll just keep moving it around until that oil cooks off. Matter of fact, I'm going to make myself a little elevator. You see it start smoking there. You really, that's almost not elevatored enough. Let's go like that with it then. Alright. You want to see it smoking off, and that's part of the problem, is that in your house, it's going to stink the house up for sure. But I don't know if you notice it, but it turned color already. It's already darkened up on me, which is good. Normally you let that cook in the oven, I don't know, good half hour anyway. Let me throw that handle over some heat too. Get it seasoned up. .400 degrees will do it. It won't take long to get to 400 degrees on this thing. It's already smoking out the handle there. With both sides. Again, this is not the right way to do it, but let's get some color put on the thing. Anyway, say she's hot. Yep, darkened up a little bit. If you go too hot, like on the forge, keep your freaking face away from it. Holy cow. You'll be getting yourself a face full of flames. Yeah, that's pretty. The handle didn't get quite as hot. Another coat of oil, back over the heat. Hold that handle over first here, get it cooked in. And that's what it'll do in the oven. It'll smoke like that, like it is up in here. And first couple of times you use, especially a frying pan, it'll smoke like that. I have no idea if this is a legitimate way to do it, because it sure is going a lot quicker this way than you would at home. Maybe I need to do some research and make myself a... Oh, look at that, it's beautiful. Beautiful. Be too hot? Too hot for my fingers, I'll tell you that much. Because if I can season a pan in 15 minutes properly, rather than a couple hours at home with the oven going, I just might do that. Alright, one more time through, we'll call it good enough for this demonstration. Put that handle down in there again. And again, everybody's picky about their steelware or cast ironware. So, you do what you think is right, and I'll do what I think is right. Boy, it don't take long to bring her up to temperature, does it? I think if you do some research, you're going to find that you don't want it to happen so quickly. but it sure does look right. I mean, it looks nice and dark. Just like you'd want a seasoned pan to look. I'd say. Oh hell, just for S&G, let's do it one more time. Now it's gonna blow up my face. That's pretty. Outside isn't nearly as important, except from a rust perspective. Inside and non-stick and all that stuff. But gosh darn it, guys, if that ain't a pretty looking wok, I think it's deep enough for a wok for sure. The handle's a little bit on the short side, but at the same time, you don't. Most of them just have these little doohickey handles anyway, so maybe it ain't so short after all. Maybe I don't have a problem after all. So let's close this one. Still a little on the toasty side, but here we go. There's your wok. Alright, it ain't the prettiest thing in the world that I've ever made, but we've only spent maybe an hour on it or so. Yeah, maybe. The handle took a little time. Because you guys want the rivets! Alright. Need a wok, make a wok. What the wok's going on? You know, that kind of thing. So, there you have it. Quick little, I think that's 14 gauge. Might be 16 gauge. It still feels heavy enough for what a wok needs to be. Handle's a little short, but there's my attempt at a wok, because you guys asked for it. And being 4:44 right now in the afternoon, what do you guys think? Time for dinner? Maybe. If it is, it'll be another video. Hey, sorry. Have a good day. If you found this video helpful, educational, maybe even if you just found it entertaining, and you want to support me, you can jump back to my channel. There's a button on the right hand side of the screen called support. And it's kind of like a tip jar. You can go ahead and leave a tip for this video, and that'll help me make some more, I guarantee. Thanks for your support, as always.